So let's jump in and look at the daily challenge. So for today, we have Hellhorned Umbra. The mutators are Broken Valve, start with the Volatile Gorge, so we get +3 draws each turn, but the cost of our cards is gonna be randomized between 1 and 3 Amber. Pain Train, enemy units enter with spikes 1 and strike hard, all units get multi-strike 1. These are pretty powerful mutators. Broken Valve is at its best in Hellhorned Umbra in my opinion, because they have a lot of expensive cards, but especially expensive units that can carry you by themselves almost. And obviously Strike Hard is a very powerful mutator to get flying kill, because a lot of your units are gonna deal double damage that way. And if we look at the scores, it definitely looks like we are gonna have a strong run today. So on the first place we have Dear Sweet Comrade again with almost 57k score. That's pretty impressive. Then most scores are in the 50 to 51k range here on the first page. So my goal for today is definitely gonna be scoring above 50k, but we'll see about that. Let's jump in the game and see what we have available. Ritual of Battle, impressive, and making of a morsel. Okay. Currently no imps, so impressive is a bit underwhelming, but I tend to pick up some imps sooner or later in a Hellhorned run, so this is not a bad card at all going into the later stages of the game. Our boss is gonna be the Sap Seraph, so we have to deal with Shade Wings with an additional multi-strike, which can obviously be scary. First relic, Shade Lamp versus Firewall. Considering we have the Strike Hard modifier, I'm more tempted to go with the Shade Lamp, because we are likely to kill enemies before they reach the Pyre Room. But Firewall could save us some score in the early fights, which might be pretty valuable. And I'm also not sure we're gonna get a lot of use out of Shade Lamp. Still, I think Shade Lamp is a pretty powerful artifact, and I am gonna go with it. We wanna probably stay away from the multi-strike print, because our print already has multi-strike, so further multi-strike is not quite as valuable as extra scaling. For example, from this Wrathful champion. So let's jump into the first fight. Mark of Invasion. Now I kinda wish I had taken the Firewall. But we should be able to deal with this decently well, thanks to our multi-strike units. I think mostly we want to prevent taking damage on our Pyre. Could use a Train Steward to tank 2 hits, but I could also use 2 Umbra morsels, that would work as well. And then use a morsel miner in the backline. And also play a Ritual of Battle. I do want to get a Collector. So let's play a Train Steward behind our champion so we can get 2 more kills here. And then we only need to kill one of these guys to actually kill the Collector. Lifesteal seems like a good addition on this floor. The other morsel doesn't really matter. And it looks like we'll be strong enough with our champion. So let's see what we can do on the bottom floor to maybe get an earlier kill. Doesn't look like it will happen, but you never know. I could have gotten it with another Ritual of Battle instead of generating a morsel. I kind of want to get that. I forgot about the shade mask, shade lamp, it's called. Forgot about the shade lamp there for a second. I should really make use of that shade lamp as often as I can. It's a very powerful artifact. Even if you just use these extra morsels for jump blocking, it's still really, really good. So we torch this guy first. And we get the kill on the bottom floor. Welder Helper, Hornbreak, Fortify. Whew. Hornbreak can more easily trigger the Shade Lamp, which is obviously a nice thing. Welder Helper would enable us to use Impressive, and is generally not a bad card. I like the Welder Helper here. Especially because we already have Impressive in the deck. I kind of want to pack morsels, I think. Definitely don't want another making of a morsel, but then again, we already have a decent morsel generation with the Shade Lamp. Still think I want to take one pack morsels here. Let's go for some spell upgrades, I think. Although... yeah, I think spell upgrades are the way to go. I also want to look at the Hellhorned unit. Yeah. Good thing we looked at that Hellhorned unit, right? That's a very powerful card. I think I like holdover maybe on a ritual of battle. Cost reducing a ritual of battle and giving it holdover should be very potent. Not sure if I even want the extra damage on anything. I guess I'll take an upgraded torch. It does have some uses. I think I also want to get rid of a Shade Splitter here. We do have significant morsel generation with that Shade Lamp, so we don't really need that many Shade Splitters. Start with the torch. I kinda wanna use the Consumer of Crowns, but he also needs some protection. 2 morsels. I could also just put the Hornbreaker Prince behind the Consumer. That would work pretty well too, although a bit differently. I think I wanna have them on different floors, to be honest. I hope we'll be able to keep him alive. We should be. It's not that many rounds of combat on this floor. Train Steward will protect him against 8 damage. I think the morsels are the better choice here. Let's generate another morsel. I would love a lifesteal, but did not get it. This is more extra health than we would lose to a hit of from the Disciple Foot Soldier. Definitely happy to see the Imp here. That should be good enough. Oops. This one. And that gives us the kill here on the bottom floor. Another welder helper. Yeah, I kind of like that. Defense is a problem for us. The vent is tempting as well. There is a Merchant of Magic here, but if we are going with a Imp deck, and it looks like that's something we're on the path to, then the Relic is very juicy as well. Let's go with a welder helper. This might be a skip. Yeah, I kinda want the artifact. Unbroken Horn or Chain of Gems. Chain of Gems should be very helpful in protecting our units. Morsel Maker and Alloyed Construct. I mean, we certainly have the morsels to fuel a construct. But I kinda wanna rely more on the Consumer of Crowns. Upgrade it and dupe it a bunch. Something like that. I don't think Dante is very good in this challenge. The candles are terrible with the Broken Wolf, with the Volatile Gorge, and the extra multi-strike, and the spikes. No, this is not a Dante run. Even though we do have Rage, we could make Dante pretty big, but we have Consumer of Crowns already, so... Yeah, it's definitely pretty bad mutators for Dante. This sucks. Can't torch. Huh. Torch is 20 damage prevented, so it's better than Welder Helper because we also get some morsels out of it. These morsels can help us block even more damage, especially with the extra damage shield. I was really hoping we could hit Daedalus here with the Consumer of Crowns. This floor is okay. There is still a chance with the right morsels. That doesn't quite do it. Wait, no morsel would do it because of the bomb. This morsel will finish. I should have played the magma morsel first because it will actually hit spikes and die this way. Is there any way? I think there was a way to play a Steward sooner. Not 100% sure. It feels like it should be very possible to get a flying kill on Daedalus this fight, but it just doesn't quite work out. I wonder. Also, I should obviously get the bottom floor kill even if I can't get a flying kill. I was too reliant on getting a flying kill, so My setup wasn't ideal. I should think about this more closely. We do have the Chain of Gems after all. So maybe we can do something on the bottom floor right now, but it doesn't really look that way. Homebreaker prints on the bottom floor. How many hits would we need to block? We have 2 damage shield and can take 2 hits of from these. So we would need to block 4 hits and kill the explosive. That's just not possible. We cannot block 4 hits and kill the explosive. So the bottom floor, we could play Consumer of Crowns. That would survive. But I think that's just a losing proposition. Yeah, it doesn't really look all that possible to set up something here on the bottom floor. Or do I play the Consumer of Crowns? Block 2 hits with the Train Steward and then we take or block 4 hits by using damage shield on the Train Steward. Doesn't really matter. And then take... No, doesn't work. Consumer of Crowns would die. Steward behind Prince. Okay, that is an interesting idea. I mean, the problem with that is that Daedalus only goes to the top floor once, so that's not quite gonna cut it. We would need a bottom floor as well. Which we cannot currently get. But what we can do is not kill this Conduit Infiltrator, so we can actually take a shot at Daedalus with the Hornbreaker Prince as well. That might do it. If we are prepared to deal with these guys on the top floor, then I guess we have a chance. Yeah, that works. Okay. Transcend Imp. Furnace Tap. Transcend Imp. Let's build imps. Skip. We have so much draw already. Extra capacity or extra ember would be nice. think I want to go with capacity first. So I can dupe my consumer and have two of them on the same floor or something like that. I want to upgrade the consumer first, so I will not take this first available dupe. The dupe will happen only quite a bit later. These are not great upgrade for any of my units. On the consumer I would like extra health, extra multi-strike or quick. And on the imp I would like endless, obviously. Let's reroll, maybe we find one of them. Maybe I get some damage shield on this guy. Feels like a waste. Feels like a waste, but I think I should do it because we won't be heading to another Merchant of Steel anytime soon, it looks like. Let's remove the Shade Splitters. And I think I want the extra revenge. Okay. Non-boss enemy units gain +6 attack. Looks like we have to find a way to survive that. Damage shield is bad against spikes, but we lose the damage shield before we ever hit spikes, because every enemy has multi-strike, so it just protects us against the first hit, which is worse than having plus 25 health, but it's still some protection. Consumer of Crowns costing 3 here is pretty annoying. Let's use this morsel to tank as much damage as possible. Another morsel to kill the collector on top. That's a bit wasted. I think... Well, we have the Transcend Imp in the deck. I should play the Welder Helper. But not on the bottom floor. I think we now use the Welder Helper as a tank. The Transcend Imp. With the damage shields and the extra armor. And we just try to finish that battle really quickly. Like this. Impish Scholar. It's great. I don't mind an engine upgrade at all. That's a very useful card. Extra Ember for us. Let's go for relics. This build benefits quite a lot of relics, I think. Ooh. Guild Marker is a powerful one. Resonant Shard is pretty solid. Let's also reroll. Ashes of the Fallen. There is also Mind Checks, which could be good. Huh. Ashes of the Fallen with the Transcend Imp. The Impish Scholar. If we get a Pyre Jumper and make the Impressive consume, we can have... No, not quite an infinite. We would need another card still. Not sure what that would be. A card draw that consumes. The Refined Void is also tempting to get us through the... Get us through the next few fights. Let's take the lifesteal. It's not gonna last very long. Spell shield is annoying. But we should be powerful enough to deal with it. The problem with the lifesteal is it obviously doesn't last very long, but while it lasts, it gives us some nice extra protection. Like the first turn especially. Well, we basically wasted the damage shield on this guy, but I guess that's fine. Let's play out the Impish Scholar. Another lifesteal. We need a way to deal with the Collector. Probably just using the Magma Morsel is gonna be that way. Then it's stacking Rage, I think. As long as we can keep our Consumer of Crowns life stealing, that should be great. It's a lot of armor, 80 extra armor. It will take a while for the Transcend Imp to die, but... I mean, we can help with that. If that wasn't enough, that would certainly be enough damage. Pyre Jumper. Is any of these? Prism Retrieval can fetch Transcend Imp. And it does consume. Let's make the Impressive consume so we can actually get it back with the Transcend Imp. So if Transcend Imp can guarantee get back Impressive and Prism Retrieval every time. And we have a Pyre Jumper. And that's gonna give us 8 Amber to play Impressive and then play Prism Retrieval to get the Transcendent back. All we need for that to work is a lot of removals now. Let's see what the caverns have to offer. Extra gold. Extra gold is extra removals. We need to make sure we can play all our imps as fast as possible. Yeah, we need to remove the other consume cards, that's true. Pack Morsel is especially bad. Engine upgrade. As long as we play the engine upgrade early and get it back with Impish Scholar, for example. No, it's not a problem to have additional consume cards, because the first time we play Transcend Imp, we don't need to get back the Impressive and the Prism Retrieval yet. But what we do need is no more units in the deck by the time we go... By the time we combo. I think I might even keep the engine upgrade. Maybe not though. Let's start removing the train stewards now very aggressively. Which means I will get them out all right away. So for this combo to work... No, you know what? I will get rid of the engine upgrade. That should guarantee we can combo off in the fell fight. On turn 1 or 2 even. Not on turn 1. We have too large a deck to that, and we need to play the imps first. But should be able to go off on turn 2. The penances might prevent that though. So let's see, we want to play the Pyre Jumper. Obviously that also makes the Consumer of Crowns free, because we just played an imp. We need to remove this guy. We want to have units on every floor, I think. Actually that doesn't matter. I don't want to hold over the Ritual of Battle, I want to draw as many cards as possible here. Might as well kill this guy. Let's see if we can go off here. Left in our deck is Impressive, so nope. With any imp left in the deck, we could have gone off with the Prism Retrieval, drawing that imp. Pyre Jump, this guy, the Transcendent first, so we get the Ember to play the other cards. We play the Impish Scholar. We get back nothing here, but... Well, even if we had an imp in the deck, if we still had Impressive in the deck, it wouldn't have worked. I meant if the imp was the one card that was left in the deck, then it would have worked. We need to play the Prism Retrieval now. No, actually we needed to keep the Transcend Imp in the deck. Uh-oh. It should still be fine. We can play the Prism Retrieval now. Is how it actually works. Okay, let's see if we can do it. No. Maybe. We sacrifice the Imp. Draw it back with Prism Retrieval, reduce its cost to 0. The cost reduction is very important. Let's play out these cards. Let's play the Penance just in case something doesn't work out. But I think we will win with a huge Transcend Imp. This is also a very easy combo to pilot. Not a lot of extra steps involved, and the scaling is pretty good. Doesn't take a ton of time. You know what? Just for safety I'm gonna remove this other imp. Just so I don't actually impressive that one. We deal 70 damage a cycle and our imp is growing in power. I think we should have it here. We need to play the imp in the front though, so he gets some armor. Otherwise he would die to the spikes. Okay, combo is working. Yeah, much more streamable than the last combo. This is actually pretty fast. Extra draw so we can set up faster. More removals should also help. Although, maybe I should have gone for the gold for score. Let's get rid of these making of morsels first. I don't think we wanna get any more spell upgrades, because we already have infinite power. Does that even matter? Let's get a Heartstone for the Consumer of Crowns. I might not want to get the extra 10 health for everyone, because I might have to kill off my own imps with torture sometimes. We start with the imps, I guess. With an imp at least. Impy Scholar. What's left in the deck? Pyre Chomper and Welder Helper. If it were only Pyre Chomper, I could use Prism Retrieval first to get the Pyre Chomper out. I still want to play Prism Retrieval at 1 Ember. And we hit the Pyre Chomper. We Which means we can get back the Prism Retrieval. And play it again at the end of turn. Get the Welder Helper out. It's not a turn 1 infinite, we didn't draw into the impressive. The impressive is always necessary. But now we can go off. We don't really need to do that much. Kinda wanna get the collector still, which is not a big deal because we can just do this. Play out these little guys. Let's do it one more time so we have a decent chunk of armor on the consumer of crowns. And at that point we only need to play it enough to actually get a kill here on everyone. I do want to end up with Transcendent on top of the deck and Sacrifice consumed. Just so I can keep doing it if I want to. Okay. That was an unnecessary round of combo. I guess we can just keep the imp on the board at this point. You know what? Let's play the imp in front actually. We'll have a ton of armor anyways. I mean, there's no way the boss survives this bottom floor against the 600 armor consumer of crowns. Okay, we want to go off against Seraph in the first turn, which means we need some more dupes. Not dupes, removals. The biggest thing is that we need to play all our units before we can go off, so removing Welder Helpers actually makes this more consistent. We would need another 4 removals on all of these non-consuming spell cards to guarantee a turn 1 win. Although maybe we can dupe something that makes it more reliable. I think the card to dupe would be Prism Retrieval. But we can't ever play the No, we can play the second Prism Retrieval very early on before we play the Impish Scholar. That can happen. We don't need any relics. Can we ever go off? Yeah, I guess if we draw You know what? The card that is guaranteed in our opening hand that doesn't provide any value to our combo should be the one to go. Oh, the Sketches of Salvation. If I rerolled into Sketches... I think that's worth the 40 gold. No Sketches, sadly. I guess we dupe the Prism Retrieval for a better chance at going off on the first turn. Even if we remove another 2 cards, we can't guarantee it, so I think it's not worth. I guess we just aim for a turn 2 kill. I guess we don't have to aim for a turn 2 kill. Fire Jumper. Yeah, that's already a victory. Yeah, we already have it. Turn 1 win. Let's get these morsels out of here. Let's also get this imp out of the way. Okay, now we only need to grow this imp to enough power to win. I have killed Seraph turn 1 before. That was mostly with... well, I have done infinite combos before, especially in the beta where they were a bit easier to achieve. And I also had things like multi-striking Shadow Sieges en masse with Sketches of Salvation, things like that. That can also do it. Too bad we don't get the second strike from the imp because we no longer have armor on him. But that was worth it for the turn 1 kill. At least we are doing 100 a turn by giving the imp plus 30 attack every turn and dealing 70 to Seraph with the sacrifice, so we should be there pretty soon. 666. Well, imps are a kind of demon, so... probably a fitting number for them. And one more cycle will do it. Killed by a Transcendent. Not the first time. Seraph should be used to it by now. That should put us in a nice, comfy score. We got the flying kill on every boss. Flawless bottom floor kill on every fight in between. 56k. That's a solid score. That's more than just solid. That's extremely strong. That's probably my highest score yet. Maybe? I would have to check with the Discord bot. Monster Train bot. But we still didn't beat out Comrade and German Jojo. Let's take a look what they had differently. So first, let's load these all. Let's look at my run. All the minor battles were perfect. We had a 4-turn boss rush on Daedalus, 8-turn on Fel and 10-turn on Seraph, and we had 520 gold. Jojo had the same fight scores, except for the first fight, where he lost 200 points, but he made it up with about 300 more gold than mine. He probably went with the same combo. He kept the Consumer of Crowns in the deck, but it seems like he had a smaller deck overall. And Comrade got a 9-turn boss rush on Fel, which put him ahead. Because he was keeping his deck smaller, I guess. So he could more easily combo off early. And he also had a bit more gold. Well, they had a bit more gold. Yeah. So we also all went with Shade Lamp over the Firewall. This seems to be the highest scoring non-infinite deck, which was using Furnace Tap with Consumer of Crowns and Umbra Stone. Collection of Tales, Resonant Shard to increase the rage effect from the holdover Ritual of Battle. Yeah, a deck like that can scale damage really quick, but he can't one-turn Seraph as well. Well, we might not have the highest score, but we at least got the first turn, the first fight down over the other two. So that was a chance to get the first place if we optimize the rest of the run a bit more. But yeah, I looked at this challenge and these modifiers and I was like, this is gonna be a powerful run. This has to be a powerful run. Umbra and Hellhorned do so well with Volatile Gorge. Multi-strike for everyone is really strong. So not a surprise there. Well, that concludes the daily challenge.